Meghan Markle here.
Topic. I hope you get well because part of society we don't want to deal with people mental thing. This one I posted on my community board. Clive Alderton isn't to blame for the Sussexes not receiving security in the UK. I'm not gonna read that article, but my thing here is there's my response here. Why this topic out of the blue? May God gives him the microphone for him to sing, pretty much to spill the beans because he was there. He was part of the discussion. If I'm not mistaken, he's part of Rabbit as well, and that's what was really a surprise to Harry. He didn't know people who work in the palace also work in Rabbit. Let's see here. Okay, so I just type his name on Google. Clive Alderton, part of part of, not all of. Make sure we get it. Okay, it didn't say here. Let's see. Yes, Sir Clive Alderton sit on RAVIC, the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, the Home Office Committee that determines official protective security for public figure in the UK. All right, so he probably leaving the palace, but probably still remain in RAVIC. All right, as King Charles III's principal private secretary, Alderton is one of the royal household representative on the committee and has been a central figure in the long-running security dispute involving Prince Harry. All right, so right now they're talking about Law is saying Clive Alderton isn't to blame for the Sussexes not receiving security in the UK. And my question is, why all of a sudden? Out of the blue, because the lawsuit from the between Harry and the paper Daddy Fell is over. So why all of a sudden? And this is why I said, may God give him the microphone to sing. Let him tell the truth. All right, nobody directly said he was, but now that he's complaining and explaining, I know, right? In a way, Law is right. Charles and Willie are to blame. They're just carrying order, but whatever. You can bet your life that the vast input was central to Vivek decision making. Again, they're probably using him to stay behind. Okay, pushing him in front and telling him what to do. Okay, the vast is a liar. But okay, if they want to play this game, who is responsible then? Let's see here. The palace and independence chair, the overruling politician. Okay, that's a different thing here. You could pause and read. Sir Richard Moulton, a former cabinet. Okay, there's more here. Alright, so just pause and read. Alright, he sit on Ravic, no explanation required. Alright, next read. But what is his background though? Is his background into security? They put him there, okay? They put him on Ravic. But does he have background or military background, espionage? Let me pause and ask Google some question. I didn't get anything from this. I said, does Clive Alderton has experience in security? Okay, so Clive, King Charles Senior has announced he will retire. Okay, let me pause again and ask another question. All right, I asked Google Clive Alderton background in education. Okay. Abingdon School. What is Abingdon School? So that's a different question. Let's see here. Okay, his background. Government UK. Let's see here. Biography. That's about Clive Alderton. Clive Alderton was Her Majesty Ambassador to the Kingdom of Morocco. There's some connection to Morocco here with what's going on. Maybe that's why he left. Could this be the nonsense that Morocco did with Spain? – Maybe that's why he quickly left. Okay. Clive Alderton was Her Majesty's ambassador to the Kingdom of Morocco and former Her Majesty's non-resident ambassador to the Islamic Republic of Mauritania from 2012 until 2015. Mr. Alderton previously served as member of the Royal Household 2006 until 2012, where he was employed as Deputy Private Secretary to the Royal to TRH, the Prince of Wales, and the Duchess of Cornwall 2006 to 2008. He was promoted to the rank Private Secretary of Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs to their Royal Highnesses for the period 2009-2012. Mr. Alderton joined FCO in 1986 and has served overseas in Poland, Belgium, Singapore, and France. Okay. Let me go back again. I just click on something here. It's under review. The website is undergoing scheduling maintenance. So they probably updating there. Abington School Archive. That's what I just, education, Abington School Archive, 1978 to 1983. Alderton joined the Foreign Office, 1986. Okay. So some of the position that he got, they probably just appointed him. They just appointed him, and I don't know. Wherever he has special interest, they just put him there, in my humble opinion. All right, next tweet. I have two more I need to finish. All right, so that's that. Drip, drip, drip. Oh, I took some screenshot, put on my community board. All right, next tweet. Okay. Oh, we spoke about that already. This was on the weekend. Kate was speaking to Chris Hoy. William got the kids in the car, then stormed off behind the car and got in. He then motioned to Kate at all. He ignored her completely and got in. It was so awkward watching him sit in the car that the security guy had to close Kate's door so people won't see William sitting in there by himself. This is a problem that Kate has. There's a video I did. Go on video part 1. JTB spoke about it. Did he spoke about it? I know I shared it. What did he say? Oh, not JTB. Martin spoke about it. Go on video 1. I'm going to leave this topic alone. The only thing I will say, by now, Kate should know when she is with William, don't stand too long talking with people. She did that during the wedding at the Middle Eastern wedding that she went to. Same thing. William was like, come on, hurry up. Alright, so this is the next tweet. Does Israel have a right to exist? Alright, so I don't follow this that much. I think there was a primary going on, an election. People outside the UK, people outside the US, there's election that's going on, okay? To see who's gonna be on the ballot comes this November, and that will be the midterm election, okay? So this was going on, and I think it's in Michigan. All right, so let's listen here. Does Israel have a right to exist? Dr. Abdul El Sayed, quote, nobody ever asked whether Palestine has a right to exist. Israel exists. A better question is, does Israel have a right to our tax dollars? All right, 1 minute and 38 seconds. There's a lot of other things going on. I don't have time. Oh, he's dead, so he's gone. Nothing positive to say. All right, I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to... 15 seconds. The leader of the SA, social ultra-leftists, believe people are stupid. In their own word, they want to tell you what to think. Communism. Whatever. Don't get me wrong. Israel is working extra hard in the US right now leading up to the midterm election. The kind of advantage that they have now, this is why they run through, the Trump administration, run through all those nonsense, pretty much tapping and disturbing all corner of this world, okay, wherever Israel have special interests. Because once that midterm election pass, they may not have the House, the Senate again. All right, so let's listen. I read the caption, and then I'll move on to my last one.
Do you believe Israel has a right to exist?
So, Casey, AIPAC's become a big issue in this election because AIPAC's already spent $30 million in this election. They're by far the biggest spender in the race. Now, the question about a right to exist, it's interesting because nobody's ever asked me whether or not I believe Palestine has a right to exist. Every single president who served has said that they believe in a two-state solution. Israel exists. The question is whether or not we want a politics where our money is sent over to Israel to do genocide and apartheid instead of investing in our own kids.
You say it exists, but does it have a right to?
I didn't say that. I just said the question of Israel's existence is not a question. I'm not going to play this gotcha game about whether or not it has a right to exist. The question ultimately is about whether or not we want a politics that dignifies.
You're not going to play the gotcha game, but you're not going to say you think Israel has a right to exist.
Well, my question, Casey, I think the question we all ought to ask is, does everybody have equal rights to peace, dignity, and self-determination? That's Jewish, Israelis, and Palestinians. And to me, the folks who should answer what the ultimate peace there looks like should be Jewish, Israelis, and Palestinians. I want my tax dollars spent here in Michigan to provide schools in Michigan, to build healthcare in Michigan, to invest in Michigan, rather than to be sent abroad to kill Palestinian people, do genocides and apartheid. The question about whether or not Israel has a right to exist is actually quite secondary to whether or not they have a right to our tax dollars. And people don't ask that question in good faith. So if you want to ask me about Palestinian right to exist, if you want to ask me about what I want to do for kids in Michigan, I'm happy to answer that question. But the AIPAC and Israel have become secondary questions that too many people have to talk about because our tax dollars keep getting spent over there rather than being spent over here.
Okay, when I tell you, people who outside the U.S., okay, let me know sometimes when you comment on the comment section. Tell me where you guys are from. Okay, I don't need your personal information. All right. Oh, I'm from the UK. I'm from Haiti. Or I'm from Jamaica. Let me know where you're from. When I tell you guys, there are things that's being done inside the US. You're not gonna hear too much about them. Okay, the fight, because Trump is doing so much destruction globally and inside the US as well, hurting everyone everywhere. And now they're trying to put the military, it's unbelievable, mind-boggling, the U.S. military to work along with Israel. Meanwhile, Israel is doing this savage destruction left and right. All right, so let me know where you are from. Maybe this is something I need to say in every of my videos. All right, this is my last video, my last tweet for this video. Let me pause. Okay. I've shared other videos about Mayor Mamdani, things that he's doing for New York City. This is another one. Mayor Mamdani Rocks. This woman and mom noticed that the park near her house in New York City had some old broken equipment and damage, so she wrote a letter to the mayor in June and received a call back a few days ago and found out that it had all been removed and repaired on her birthday. All right, almost 2 minutes. Let's listen. There'll be a screenshot, okay?
He has called me back about my letter to the mayor. Woo! For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this is the backstory. My kid goes to school and there's a playground where there's tons of broken metal equipment, some with like pointed tips, mailed to the principal. And I wrote a letter to the mayor. So that was in June. And now right now it's August 4th today. And got a call back from the city. They told me that it's been worked on, and she gave me the date. The date was on my birthday. How cool would it be if on my birthday they removed those dangerous things and opened up the playground for the kids? So you know me, I'm just gonna run over there to check it out for myself now. You're sprinting out of breath. Let you know, I'm nervous. What if the issue hasn't been taken care of? Like, I'll be so disappointed. Oh God, the rods have been removed. I'll show you. And there are some more in the back over there. I can't see them. I can't see them anymore. So I guess they've been removed. Oh my God. And they filled up the holes in that spongy area where kids run around. 10,000 holes. But this is amazing. What an incredible feeling this is. Thank you for everyone that shared my first message, my video post, and tagged the mayor, and getting the word out and reposting. This is because of you. because of us.
That's right.
This is because of us.
The people. You hear the right thing. This is why they're trying to get people, media, to speak nonsense, distract you from things, but the people are doing it. The people are doing it. All right, similar story here. I'm a disabled New Yorker, and I've reported several very legitimate and serious instances of permanent accessibility failures in the MTA stations, i.e. platform-related issue, and advise on accessibility regarding e-bike policy and bike lane and curb access. Unlike the TSA or federal DOJ or DOT, those departments usually being done by the federal government, which is the Trump administration, the federal, okay, who often ignore disability complaint. Trump doesn't care. He even marked them. Or response with boilerplate customer service language. I received special, professional, respectful correspondence tailored to each issue and have seen actual result. The Mamdani administration actually cares about and is really working for and with disabled New Yorkers. As a tax-paying resident, this generally matters to me. All right. Good job at New York City Mayor and to the New York City Parks Department. Your work is greatly appreciated. Thanks also to Tricia Shimamura, Commissioner of the New York City Department of Parks Recreation. A government that actually works for the people. This gives me hope for the future. How dare at New York City Mayor do a mayoring in New York City for those who lives in New York City? That's so shade. Has he by any chance managed to do it, unlike all his other initiatives, without endangering the lives of the Jews? Oh, please. They all have to bring their nonsense. You don't even live here, you dumb F. Alright, so the people of the city appreciating what he's doing, so that's all matter. I don't think he's, let me not go in that route. So that's it. Please take a moment. And with what's going on in New York City with Mamdani, and it's giving hope to the others. That's the wake-up call that America needed. Alright. Even though mainstream media may not be talking about him, his work, social media, just like I'm sharing with you here. This young lady, probably on TikTok, put this and show her first video, the concern, and another video that I did yesterday where this young guy was walking around showing the pothole in the middle of the street, and by the time he come back from work, the thing was done. He recorded it. Okay, both before and after. I shared it with you. Alright, so the people, the voice of the people, that's working right now. And if go back to some of my old videos when things were starting to look like the UK, and I was like, it's gonna be us, the people, who have to do the footwork, because we were relying on integrity of the people who hold these positions to give us the truth and things like that, but they abandoned that. So we took it upon ourselves. This is the example for the West, okay? I told you, the US is on a pedestal right now. We're seeing the good, the bad, and everything in between, and how to combat it for the rest of the world to see as well. Okay? So that's it. I did the prayer already in one of the tweets, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And let me know where you are watching my videos from. Okay? So that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today. You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.